Hello, everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to look at our opportunity. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to turn an employer expense into a growing residual income for life. This is something that is in high demand by group employers and a little to no competition. I like to call this the most common sense business available today. I think by the end of this presentation, you'll come to the same conclusion as well. Before I go any further, I'd like to go over a quick disclosure. I talked about this business being the most common sense business out there, and this disclosure is intended to appeal to your common sense. First, the information I'm going to share with you today, it's intended for general education and informational purposes only. Second, any business will require time, effort, and money without a guarantee of success. Although we offer some amazing tools to help you succeed, your success is ultimately up to you. And finally, in order to maximize the compensation with us, you will need to maintain a professional license. So what exactly is our service? It's the employer group health insurance market. The group health insurance market is on the verge of an explosion. Why group is positioned for growth is directly related to what's happening in the individual insurance market. Selling individual and family health insurance plans is no longer a sustainable business model under changes brought on by the Affordable Care Act. As cost continues to escalate for individual plans, commissions and agency revenues have all but vanished. Even with indemnity plans and ancillary products on the rise, it still doesn't exempt consumers from tax penalties for not having credible coverage by year end, which slows the growth trend for supplemental products. Those agents who have been fortunate enough to maintain their individual book of businesses have seen an increase in administrative burden, while incomes have shrunk. Not to mention the annual rate increases that have impacted consumers, which we're seeing more slow pays and no pays that also affect monthly incomes. In order to fully appreciate what we do here at Insurance Agents United, I want to show you the difference between building a life and health agency with groups versus individual clients, because the law of diminishing returns is taking place in the individual market. And here's what I mean. Building an agency solely on individual business to create a full-time income, you will need at least 400 clients. After countless hours of building a client base with things like cold calling and buying leads, which by the way can run anywhere from $12 to $19 per lead. Doing the door knocking, prospecting, social media, and the list goes on. Here's what you can expect. You can look forward to the workload going up while the income flatlines or goes down. Not a pretty picture, but this is the grim reality that many agents are facing, and some are even questioning their continued career in this industry. Now that we are 10 years into the healthcare legislation, consumers are foregoing assistance from agents and going directly to the marketplace or their local community centers to acquire help, which ultimately cuts out the insurance agent. Not to mention, there are many other agents who can, by the way, offer the same service and products. So between government and other external competition, customer acquisition can be very slow and laborious. Even the most successful agents that have maintained their book of business can expect commissions to reduce year after year. A study was conducted by Stevens in partnership with UBA, and here's what they found. A majority of employers impacted by the shared responsibility mandate have experienced rising cost of benefits trending upward due to many factors, including inflation, as illustrated in this chart. Even the large group market faced significantly higher increases than their smaller counterparts. Many of these employers are migrating to self-funding and individual coverage health reimbursement arrangements, or a combination of both, to reduce risk in their group, which is related to escalating cost. I will explain why this is a mistake agents are making and how you can capitalize on it. What if you could offer group insurance to any size employer? Compliant ready, PPO with national provider networks, meets the minimal value, meets minimal essential coverage, which includes the 10 essential health benefits, reduced participation percentages. Plan designs are feature-rich and uniform from coast to coast, and finally meets the affordability thresholds, which, by the way, satisfies the compliance for larger groups, providing a safe harbor against penalties under the employer mandate. Having this in your arsenal will put you head and shoulders above the competition. What this means for the average life and health agent reviewing this opportunity is there is a wide open playing field to write group business with our solution. As health insurance incomes shrink, for most agents, some are looking at other alternative sources of income, such as self-funding group. This is a better alternative for large group accounts, not so much for small group employers. Even with hybrid self-funded platforms, there's risk corridors associated for small group that could end up spending more in this scenario. One risk in the group can cause catastrophic cost, typically works best when it's underutilized, and not to mention the administrative burden associated with it. Financial planning products and services, another great alternative, except many agents are migrating to this industry and driving insane competition. Retirement planning, more agents are going this direction as well, and finding CPAs and certified financial planners have a lock on the market. There's room for growth, but it's a very slow growth. College planning, a highly specialized field requiring huge investments of time, training, and money. It could yield results over time if done correctly. More agents are migrating to Medicare as well. Some advantages are baby boomers are living longer past 65 and it's sticky business, stays on the books much longer than individual plans, and it's one of the last vestiges that pays decent commissions. The drawbacks, however, are insane competition, restrictive federal guidelines regarding marketing to seniors, limited access to seniors, hard to reach target markets, and the lead generation cost is astronomical. The good news, however, is all of these tie in with group, with the exception of self-funded. Why? Is because when you cultivate group accounts, your employees will age and over time, and you, being the trusted advisor to handle the company benefit plan, will be the first on the list, which ultimately drive business for your agency in these other areas. So if your agency is short on group accounts or don't currently have a business development strategy in place, we have a turnkey solution. One of the common mistakes that we see agents are making is that they are migrating to several other income sources to sustain their agencies while neglecting the biggest income generator in our industry, as group insurances is the engine that will drive multiple sales and additional revenues for our agents. Our marketing system is not a cookie cutter, one size fits all. Agents will have the ability to look up a business by state, city, or narrow their search right down to the zip code and get specific in employer sizes from large to small. Our system allows agents to uncover the benefit administrator for large groups and tailor a compelling executive-level communication that get results. For smaller groups, agents have the ability to create databases by pulling the contacts from the web addresses and start a digital marketing campaign. This system right-sizes your business development process instead of purchasing Google AdWords and wait for someone to see your listing to call. Ours is a proactive approach, allowing agents to find companies interested in meeting with them without having to jockey for business because the lead generation are exclusive in nature and knocks out the competition. Our digital marketing system allows our agents to build a group book of business anywhere in the country or even in your own backyard with a targeted marketing strategies that are proven using state-of-the-art technologies. Whether you are novice or advanced expert at digital marketing, there is something here for everyone. By joining, you will have access to the top databases and a customer relation management system, a back-office broker portal. Utilizing the system we have built, you will be able to leverage time, energy, and resources. The CRM allows you to assign super users and administrators and acts as a full agency management system. You will have this in your arsenal among other powerful tools that you'll have at your disposal. Our marketing system is pretty sophisticated and is a must-see to fully appreciate what we have built. By utilizing this system we have built, agents will be able to leverage time, energy, and resources. This opportunity provides more than just financial freedom, but time freedom. The CRM ties into our marketing system, where it's designed to maximize productivity while minimizing time spent on marketing. Simply getting plugged in and learning a new skill set will unlock some serious earning potential for the right agent. It automates the marketing efforts and puts your business building on cruise control. Here are some other things to consider when selling group, such as crossover services like property and casualty, Medicare, retirement, payroll, workers' compensation, and so on. Group is consolidated, meaning it's more covered lives, it equates to higher premiums, and ultimately a higher commission. It's tied to payroll, meaning your monthly income doesn't fluctuate like it does with individual business. There's little competition in this market. Most agents are not familiar with how to sell it or don't understand how to sell it, and it leaves it wide open for the right agent. It's less administrative burden. Once the initial enrollment is completed, you're done, and so much more. I can spend an entire presentation on the advantages alone, but I think by now you get the point. There are some pretty attractive reasons to be offering group. Another final consideration is that selling individual coverage. Health reimbursement plans is no longer a viable option for large employer groups, as I mentioned earlier, has several drawbacks, but the most frequent hurdles to overcome is that they are extremely complex in nature. The volatility in state-based and federal marketplaces, regulatory compliance issues, and liabilities. Even the most sophisticated agent will have long sales cycles with closing. Our solution is much easier to comprehend, giving our agents a competitive advantage over some of the biggest brokerage benefit houses in the industry. If what you've heard and seen in this presentation resonates with you, then I'm excited to offer you an exclusive one-time promotion code that grants you 1 month free at the professional level. We have eliminated the initial startup cost to join us. But to achieve success, you still need to invest in a few essential elements. Your time, your energy, and your commitment are crucial, because your determination to deploy these 3 components will directly impact your results. Significant income potential can become a reality for the right agent. Thank you for taking the time to review this presentation in its entirety. From the beginning, I stated, this is the most common sense business opportunity available today. And if this presentation resonates with you, then I invite you to join us. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to schedule a conference call with our membership team from Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To review our impressive strength in numbers compensation plan, click the video below to learn more. We look forward to working together, and go out and make it a great day.